This is John Moses, a former international player and coach of over 10 years. Ambitious, hard-working, with a proven track record in coaching, leading and motivating players. He's the kind of person that every football club wants in their back room. Together with speaking French and having European citizenship, this culturally adept coach has no problem working and thriving abroad. Moses was born in Monrovia, Liberia. His lifelong passion for football began in the streets. As he got older, he represented his country and played in international tournaments, making a name for himself as a promising youngster in the African continent. With the way things were going, it was a matter of time before he'd get the chance to move to the big leagues outside of Africa. But then the Liberian Civil War took over. In this time of war, hundreds of thousands of Moses' countrymen and women were killed, and it was near impossible to escape. With nothing but hope to believe in, Moses' dreams of playing football and fleeing the country were all but gone. But one day his life suddenly changed. While Moses played in a game of street football, an onlooking neutral soldier saw Moses' ability and believed his talent needed to be noticed. The soldier looked after Moses, keeping him safe, and sneaked him onto a ship leaving the country. As the ship left the war-ravaged port, Moses left everyone he knew behind to continue his footballing journey, determined to make the beautiful game his life. The forward first signed for Cameroonian side Maiscam FC, where he became the team's leading scorer, before moving on to the famous Premier Division side Unisport, where he helped take the team to qualify for the CONCACAF competition, Africa's equivalent to the UEFA Champions League. In Cameroon and in Liberia, when he would go to represent his country, they called Moses the napkin magician because of the handkerchief he wore around his neck when he played. There was a superstitious belief among fans and the press that whenever he wore the handkerchief, he scored a goal. His performances on the field earned him interest from European teams, notably Budapest Honved of Hungary, who signed him in 1996. His highlights in Budapest included winning the Hungarian Cup in 1998 and playing in the UEFA Cup, where the team were knocked out by French League One side Nantes. During the 1990s and 2000, Moses regularly featured for the national team. He was a full member of the squad that played in the 2002 African Cup of Nations, where he formed a powerful striker partnership with 1995 World Player of the Year, George Weah. Moses recalls the AC Milan legend paying match bonuses and flights for the team because of the limited funds the Football Association had at the time. After success in Hungary, Moses spent more stints overseas, which included time in China at Guangzhou FC, Finnish side Kispest, and German side Waren. It was in Germany he scored 10 goals after just 11 games, and he was quickly given an offer to ply his trade in Dubai. After playing in the oil-rich Emirates for 3 years, Moses retired from international football and began focusing on his coaching career. He began working with Janos Bamfi, a former captain of the Hungarian national team at Buda Juniors, an international football team in Budapest, where he coached players of all ages, abilities and nationalities. It was here where he also attained his UEFA coaching badges. Moses took Hungary to the Homeless World Cup in Mexico, where he beat the odds and took home the third-place trophy. Fully believing in the vision of what the competition brought, this is where Moses motivated players that had broken hearts and gave them the belief they could be somebody in the future. He most recently returned from a coaching position in the Lithuania A-Liga and is now the head coach of Inter CDF, which he is leading to Hungary's third division and a team where he has attained a record 40 games undefeated. He's also the lead coach of TrainEffective.com, an online individual training football program, where he teaches his most effective drills to the next generation of motivated players around the world. In the meantime, there's been talk of taking over as coach for the Liberian national team. Moses' desire is to create them into a solid contender for the international competition, but he doesn't feel it's the right time to do so just yet. Until then, he's focused on succeeding in his current roles and keeping a lookout for opportunities in the future. Those who have worked with Moses know exactly what he brings to football team. He's a demonstrator, loud and clear, so everybody can hear what he has to say. A motivator to players who are down on their confidence, and a director to those who have a lot. Moses is a great fit for teams that strive on having unity, togetherness and a strong work ethic, and wants an atmosphere which motivates everyone to give their best and succeed. If you're interested in contacting John Moses, you can reach him through the following contact details.